Scene script. Have you ever wondered why some people manage to bounce back from failure while others crumble? What makes the difference? Welcome to the reality of failure. It's a fact of life. We all fail. From the smallest missteps to the most devastating setbacks, failure is a universal experience that knows no boundaries. It's an inevitable part of life, a shared human experience that transcends cultures, ages, and backgrounds. Yet despite its ubiquitous nature, we often view failure with fear, shame, and regret. We see it as a dead end, a sign of weakness, or a measure of our worth. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if failure isn't the end of the journey, but a crucial stepping stone on the path to success? The difference between those who crumble under the weight of failure and those who rise above it isn't about who's smarter, more talented, or more successful. It's about resilience. It's about the ability to take a hit, dust yourself off, and keep going. Resilience is the key that unlocks the door to overcoming failure. It's the fuel that keeps us moving forward when the road gets tough. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It's a muscle you strengthen over time, with every challenge you face, every mistake you make, and every setback you overcome. And just like a muscle, it grows stronger with use. The beauty of resilience is that it transforms failure from a destructive force into a powerful tool for growth. It allows us to learn from our mistakes, adapt to change, and emerge stronger and wiser. It turns failure into a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. So the next time you find yourself face to face with failure, remember this. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but learning from them. It's not about being perfect, but becoming better. Failure, as much as it hurts, is an important part of life. It's life's way of teaching us. Now, let me share a story about a person who faced significant failure, yet managed to rise above it. We'll call this person Sam. Sam was an ambitious entrepreneur who poured his heart and soul into his first business venture. He worked tirelessly, investing countless hours and all his savings, but despite his best efforts, his business failed spectacularly within its first year. The failure was a crushing blow to Sam. He felt as if he had hit rock bottom. His dreams were shattered, and he was overwhelmed by feelings of despair and humiliation. The people around him, whom he thought would be his support system, began to doubt him. The failure had not only affected his professional life, but also seeped into his personal life, creating a cloud of negativity that seemed impossible to escape. But then, in the midst of this darkness, Sam had a realization. He realized that his failure was not a reflection of his worth, but a test of his resilience. He decided that he wouldn't let this failure define him. He chose to see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. Sam began to pick up the pieces. He dissected his failure, understanding where he had gone wrong, what he could have done differently. He read books, attended seminars, sought advice from successful entrepreneurs. He worked on improving his skills, his knowledge, his mindset. He embraced the lessons that his failure had taught him, and with each passing day he grew more resilient. Months turned into years, and Sam launched another business. This time, however, he was not the same person who had started his first venture. He was stronger, wiser, more resilient, and his resilience paid off. His second business thrived, validating his belief that failure was not the end, but merely a stepping stone towards success. This individual, despite the odds, chose not to let failure define them. They chose resilience. So, what was it that allowed this individual to overcome their failure? It was their resilience. Resilience, a term that we often hear but may not fully understand. It's a trait that goes beyond mere survival. It is about rising from the ashes like a phoenix, ready to face challenges with renewed vigor and determination. You see, resilience is not about avoiding failure. No, far from it. It's about accepting failure as a part of life's journey. It's about understanding that setbacks are not a sign of weakness, but an opportunity for growth. It's about realizing that every time we fall, we learn something new about ourselves and about the world around us. Now, let's draw some parallels between the story we heard in the previous scene and the traits of resilience. Our protagonist faced a major setback. Their dreams seemed shattered, their path forward uncertain. But did they give up? No. They chose to adapt, to learn from their failure, and to move ahead. That is resilience. It's not about never falling, but about getting up every time we fall. It's about looking failure in the eye and saying, "You may have won this round, but the game is not over yet." Resilience is about learning to cope with adversity, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to persist despite the challenges. It's about understanding that failure is not the end of the road, but a detour, maybe even a scenic one, on the journey to success. It's about transforming our mindset from "I can't" to "I can and I will." It's about replacing fear of failure with courage to try again. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity, knowing that we have the strength within us to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about moving forward stronger and wiser. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. So embrace failure, cultivate resilience, and keep moving forward, because the power of resilience lies within you. So how can we apply this to our own lives, you may wonder? Well, let's recap the key points we've discussed about the significance of resilience when confronted with failure. Resilience is not merely bouncing back, it's bouncing forward. It's understanding that failure is not a final destination, but a pit stop on the journey to success. How can we cultivate resilience? First, by adopting a growth mindset. Understand that our abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's not just about raw talent or luck, but about learning, growing, and improving. Second, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you fail. See it as an opportunity to learn rather than a reflection of your worth. And lastly, don't be afraid to seek support when needed. We are not alone in our struggles, and it's okay to lean on others during tough times. Remember, every failure is a step closer to success. Embrace failure, cultivate resilience, and you will overcome.